Hey guys, welcome to math. We are working today on our math packet, which is kind of exciting, our fractions packet. We're just getting started. 4th grade fractions packet. This is kind of a cool image on the front, just to notice that if this rectangle is the whole, and that's 1. Well, that makes sense, half and half. 2 halves make a whole. 1, 2, 3 thirds make a whole. Or you can split up into 1, 2, 3, 4 parts. Those are called fourths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parts. Those are called fifths. And sixths, and then do eighths, tenths, and then lastly 12ths. And look how much smaller 12ths are than halves, because you have to fit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 little fractions into the whole. Whereas in a half, you only have to fit 2 fractions into a whole. So take a look at that image and just notice how the bottom number means how many times they cut it into pieces, that they cut this one into 2 pieces. And the top number means how many are we talking about? Well, that's 1 half. Or thirds, they cut it into, 3 pieces, thirds. So we're gonna be doing this first page today, page number 1. And this is a lot like what we were doing for the math group last Thursday. For those that came to the math group, and it's really important to come to the math groups because otherwise you just become kind of lost in math. So please always come to math groups. So today I'm going to do all these problems. So notice how it's cut in half. So the first half, it just says, what is the fraction of the shaded area? And the first one is done for you as an example, 3/9. Because as you can see, it was cut into 9. The whole, the shape is the whole, was cut into 9 different chunks, exactly the same because fractions have to be the same size. So 9 equally sized chunks called ninths. And then they shaded in 1, 2, 3 of them. So it's 3/9 is the fraction that is showing. So I'll just do one for you here. Let's say that's our whole. So the whole could be a circle, a triangle, an octagon, hexagon, all kinds of shapes. But I'm going to do a circle, and I'm going to cut it not in only half. Oh, that was kind of a funny half. Let's see if I can get it more straight. And I'm not going to just cut it into fourths, but I'm going to cut it into, you guessed it, eighths. That's how you do eighths. You cut it in half, and then half, and half again. And now let's see. So how many times did I cut it? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times. Cut it into 8 equal pieces. Pretend like those are exactly the same size. And now I'm going to color in. So I put an 8 down here because how many pieces? 8. The denominator shows you how many pieces you cut it into. Now I'm going to color in 1 over here, 1 over here, and how about 1 over here too? And if it says, what fraction is the shaded area? Well, let's see. How many did I shade in? 1, 2, 3. 3 of them. So they don't have to be connected. They can have spaces in between. So that's 3/8 because denominator is how many total pieces. Numerator, that's the denominator, the numerator is how many are we talking about? In this case, how many are shaded? How many are we talking about? Because we know we know it's been cut into 8 pieces, but how many are we talking about? Oh, we're just talking about the shaded ones. Oh, that's 1, 2, 3. 3. And that's called the numerator. Kind of funny names. Numerator, denominator. So that should be review. How many are we talking about? Oh, I'm sorry. How many pieces total? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. How many are we talking about? 1, 2, 3. How many talking about on top? How many total on bottom? 3/8. So that's how you do the top. Just do that for each one. Count up how many total. Put that number on the bottom. How many talking about? Number shaded on top. And then on the bottom, they want you to do something kind of similar where they give you the answer. So they look at this shape and they say, well, we're already telling you that it's 3/6, and you can tell because on the bottom number, the denominator, that says there's 6 total pieces, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is correct. And on the top, we have shaded 1, 2, 3 for you. So they did that one for you. But on this one, you've got to shade in the correct amount. So let's just do that one together. If it's a triangle, this is kind of a cool thing to learn, just to see how to draw a triangle into thirds. And I'll just do my best. It looks kind of like that. So they say it equals 2/3. Well, the thirds make sense because 1, 2, 3, it's been cut into 3. How many talking? How many are there total? 3. And then they say, oh, we've got to color in 2 because we're talking about 2. Okay. So 1 there and then 1 there. So how many total? 3. How many are we talking about? 2 of them. So it's just very similar to what we're doing on Thursday in math. So go ahead and just do that for each one. So you'll just notice they've already done the denominator for you. You just have to fill in the numerator. Okay, please fill out this whole page. Thank you.